All right, welcome back to our next video in our node by node challenge, where we're going through all the different nodes in the shading workspace within Blender 4.3, and we are on the converters section of the different nodes, and today we're going to be talking about the color ramp. Color ramp is probably one of the more heavily used nodes that's within Blender, so it's something you absolutely need to learn if you're going to be using Blender. But basically, what the color ramp does is allows you to do a couple different things. One is to control how much contrast is within a texture, material, or color palette that you're using. Also is going to allow you to add color to objects or a range of colors to an object. So those are some of the most commonly used ways you can use a color ramp, and I'll show you a couple different ways that you can do it. So let's say you add a noise texture plugged up to your principal shader, and you dropped in a color ramp to it. Now, if you don't do anything, it's going to default and look the same. But what you can do is you can squeeze in the white and black. You can switch the white and black, which will basically invert it. You're going to be able to get these pretty close together to create whatever texture it is that you want. And let's say you don't want white and black. You can actually come down here and you can change the color. So let's say you change the color to a pink, and let's change this other one to a gray. Okay, so it's kind of like a grayish, pinkish little camo thing here. So you can add color to it. You can also add a range of colors. So let's say that you wanted to have some sort of gradient factor to this. Change some colors around, add in some other colors. Don't really matter how many colors you add. You can add as many as you want, really, if you have space for it. But as you can see, what you're doing is you're adding all different colors into this object by making a range out of it. And let's say you don't want it to be subtle, you want it to be a sharper transition, you can change it from linear to constant. Okay, which is going to make it more straightforward and sharp edges. You can also do ease, which is going to slowly blend from one color to the next. Most people use linear on a regular basis. That's the most commonly used one, but it allows you to do that. And you can do this with anything. So it doesn't have to be a noise texture. You could be using a Voronoi texture. Same thing. You drop a Voronoi texture in, and it's going to create the colors based on what you have. So it can be a really cool effect for you to be able to add multiple colors in beyond just one or two or three even. And you can put as many as you want in here to be able to have that separation. And like I said, and you can change it between the different methods depending on what kind of look you're going for. So very cool little tool that you can use, and it's in the converter section. You can use it in so many different ways, but it is highly usable. The two main things people do it for are to add contrast or to add some sort of color to your object, either one or many. And then and sometimes people will use it also as part of their mask that they're doing, which we'll get into masking in a different video, which you can check out some of my other videos. I talk a little bit about masking, but overall definitely one that people use all the time. So hopefully you like this. Share it, save the video, and make sure you stay tuned for my next ones.